Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the lecture of Major Theory. I am audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Great. Okay, now let us see what is an. Okay, what is Liebig measurable set? Suppose there is one set E, then when we say that this set is a measurable set. आवाज येते ना माझं?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes, if suppose there is one set E, then when we say that this set E is a measurable set, this set E is said to be measurable if for any set A we have outer measure of
A.
this A is nothing but
Outer
Outer
measure
measure
of
of
A
A intersection
intersection
E
E
outer
plus
plus
measure
outer
of A.
measure
measure of.
A
Yes, sir.
intersection A complement.
Yes, then we say that A is measurable or E is measurable.
E is measurable, sir.
Then
E
E is measurable. If suppose we have to prove any set is to be measurable, then we have to prove this inequality, and in which the obviously which inequality will be obviously true. Outer measure of A is less equal by outer measure of A intersection E plus outer measure of A intersection E complement, or outer measure of A is greater equal by outer measure of A intersection E plus outer measure of A intersection E complement.
less equal is obviously true.
Less equal is obviously true, na?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
In that outer measure of A is less equal by outer measure of A intersection E plus outer measure of A intersection E complement is always true. So if we have to prove any set E to be measurable, then we have to just prove its reverse inequality. Then we say that the corresponding set will E will be a measurable set, and if it does not hold, then E is not measurable. Okay. Now suppose if E is measurable, then its complement is always measurable. If
Yes,
E is
sir.
measurable, then E complement is also measurable. Okay. That is, if E is measurable, then it is nothing but outer measure of A will be outer measure of A intersection E plus outer measure of A intersection E complement. Just we have to write this one as a outer measure of A intersection E complement plus outer measure of A intersection E. Okay, which is nothing but outer measure of A intersection E complement plus outer measure of A intersection E is nothing but complement of complement is again original set, which is nothing but its complement and again its complement, and which is nothing but the original set, and from this we say that E complement is also measurable, which implies E complement is measurable. Now, whether the empty set is measurable.
Yes, sir, its measure is 0.
Empty set. And what about R, where real number system will be measurable?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Phi and R are always measurable.
Yes.
Measurable. Okay. How? That is if suppose A be any set. Okay. Then A intersection R will be nothing but A,
A.
and A intersection R complement is nothing but R complement is
Phi.
phi. That is A intersection phi. A intersection phi will be any
5.
set with which is phi.
Phi.
Then outer measure of A intersection R plus outer measure of A intersection R complement, which is nothing but outer measure of A intersection R is nothing but the outer measure of A. And outer measure of A intersection R complement is nothing but outer measure of phi. And we know that outer measure of phi will be 0, which is nothing but outer measure of A. Therefore, here outer measure of A is nothing but outer measure of A intersection R plus outer measure of A intersection R complement, which implies R must be measurable. R is measurable. Again, we know that if E is measurable, then its complement is measurable, which implies R complement is measurable. As R complement is measurable, complement of R is nothing but
5.
phi is measurable. Therefore, phi and R are always measurable sets. If suppose there is a set E having measure 0, then whether it will be measurable. E be a set, let E be a set having measure 0.
Yes, sir.
Then
It is
whether,
measurable.
then again it is measurable. Outer measure of E equal to 0, then E is measurable. Okay, that is how it is. Any set A intersection E must be a subset of E, which implies outer measure of A intersection E is
Is
outer measure of
E.
E and A intersection E complement. Whatever it will be a subset of A. Since it is an intersection, then A intersection E complement may be subset of A and it is also a subset of E, which implies outer measure of A intersection E complement is again less equal by outer measure of A. Okay. Now just we have to add these two inequalities. Then outer measure of A intersection E, which implies outer measure of A intersection E plus outer measure of A intersection E complement, which is less equal by outer measure of E plus outer measure of E, but outer measure of E will be less equal by 0, which implies outer measure of E is 0, then outer measure of A intersection E plus outer measure of A intersection E complement is less equal by outer measure of E. Therefore, here we have proved the reverse inequality of the original, that is this one. Outer measure of A equal to outer measure of A intersection E plus outer measure of A intersection E complement. That is we have to prove, and this one will be always true. And here we have proved it's a reverse inequality. Therefore, from this we say that E is measurable. Therefore, if we take any set E having measure 0, then the corresponding set E will be measurable. Okay. Now the next result will be, what is algebra? Algebra, a collection capital A of subsets of R. That is a collection of subsets of R is said to form an algebra. Form an algebra if it is closed under complement and union. Okay. Then the corresponding collection of subsets of R is said to be an algebra. Complement and union. Now, what is sigma algebra? आठवतंय का काही? Algebra is nothing but a collection A of subsets of R, which is closed under complement and union, is said to be an algebra. Then what is sigma algebra?
Collection of measurable set.
Collection of measurable set forms a sigma algebra. तो सिग्मा अल्जेब्रा फॉर्म करतो, पण तो स्वतः सिग्मा अल्जेब्राची डेफिनेशन काय, सिग्मा अल्जेब्रा फॉर्म करेल, पण त्यासाठी सिग्मा अल्जेब्रा काय हे माहित पाहिजे ना.
If phi belongs to A and complement,
As A is any set, then phi belongs to A and
complement in X of set A also belongs to A.
हो डेफिनेशन कॉम्प्लिमेंट जर याचं ते तर ऑलरेडी आहेच की तुमच्याकडे अल्जेब्रामध्ये. कॉम्प्लिमेंटच्या अंडर क्लोज्ड आहे म्हणजे त्याचं कॉम्प्लिमेंट घेतला तरी तो त्यातच इथे हे ऑलरेडी आहेच की तुमच्याकडे. अल्जेब्रा आणि सिग्मा अल्जेब्रामध्ये डिफरन्स काय राहिला? क्लोज्ड अंडर कॉम्प्लिमेंट म्हणजेच ते झालं ना, परत त्याचं कॉम्प्लिमेंट त्याच्याच अंडर येतो म्हणून. सिग्मा अल्जेब्रामध्ये वेगळं काय आहे? फाय बिलॉंग्स टू ए, ठीक आहे. A collection A of subsets of R is said to be an algebra if phi belongs to A, and there is one more restriction on algebra. Here there is no restriction on the union. But in sigma algebra, it is closed under countable union. That is, an algebra is said to be sigma algebra if it is closed under countable union. Okay, now there is one result. Let A be any set and E1, E2 up to so on En be a finite sequence of disjoint measurable sets then outer measure of A intersection union over I running from 1 to n EI is nothing but outer measure of A intersection union over I running from 1 to n EI, as EIs are each EI be a disjoint. Therefore,
Summation.
Outer measure of A, which is nothing but summation I running from 1 to n.
Outer measure of A intersection.
Outer measure of A intersection EI. Okay. Again, the collection capital M of measurable sets forms a sigma algebra. That is, it will be closed under countable union. Forms a sigma algebra. Whether the union of two measurable sets is again a measurable.
Yes, sir.
That is, if E1 and E2 are two measurable sets, E2 are measurable sets, then E1 union E2 is also measurable. Okay. Now, what is Borel set? Borel set काय असतात?
Containing all open sets.
containing,
all open sets.
suppose A be any set and which contains all open set, then E is said to be a Borel set.
Smallest sigma algebra containing all open sets.
Smallest sigma algebra containing all open set is nothing but the Borel set or family of Borel set. Okay. The smallest sigma algebra containing all open set is called a family of Borel set. And also it is the smallest sigma algebra containing all closed sets and open intervals. And open intervals. Whether Borel sets are measurable. Borel set measurable असतात.
Sir, I think yes.
I think or yes.
Yes,
I think
sir.
तिथे आपण एक यूज केलं होतं ना the interval of the type. Whether this interval is measurable. A infinity.
No, sir.
Why?
सर इंटरवलची लेंथ फाइंड करता येत नाही ना सर.
लेंथ फाइंड करता येत नाही का फाइंड करता येत नाही?
इन्फिनिटी मायनस ए.
इन्फिनिटी मायनस ए. इन्फिनिटी मायनस इन्फिनिटी असेल तर ते इनडिटर्मिनेट फॉर्म मध्ये जाईल ना. इन्फिनिटी मायनस एला काय प्रॉब्लेम?
सर मग लेंथ इन्फिनिटी येईल मग त्याची.
मग पॉसिबल नाही आहे का लेंथ इन्फिनिटी येणं कशाची?
तेवढं माहित नाही सर.
हे प्रूव्ह केले ना आपण द इंटरवल ए इन्फिनिटी इज मेजरेबल. याचं यूज करून तर आपण सांगितलं होतं ना. याचा कॉम्प्लिमेंट परत काय येईल मायनस इन्फिनिटी टू ए काहीतरी येईल. आणखीन याचं यूज करून आपण प्रत्येक बोरेल सेटला मेजरेबल दाखवलं होतं ना.
सर लक्षात नाही थोडं.
Every Borel set is measurable. Okay, now suppose E1 and E2 are two measurable sets, then what should be the measure of E1 intersection E2 plus measure of E1 union E2 is nothing but this one will be the result. Measure of E1 union E2 plus measure of E1 intersection E2 is nothing but measure of E1 plus measure of E2, na?
Yes,
After
sir.
that, there are three statements which are equivalent. That is, if E1 and E2 are two measurable sets with finite measure, then the statements, that is measure of E1 symmetric difference E2 equal to 0. This one will be the first one. Second one is nothing but measure of E1 minus E2 is equal to measure of E2 minus E1, and third one is nothing but measure of E1 is nothing but the measure of E1 intersection E2, and which is nothing but measure of E2. If E1 and E2 are two measurable sets with a finite measure, then these three statements are equivalent. That is, if E1 and E2 are measurable sets with finite measure, then these three statements are equivalent. Okay, now after that we have to define one non-measurable set. And we have proved the existence of such a non-measurable set. And for that, first we have defined one concept, which is nothing but the sum modulo 1. What should be the sum modulo 1? नॉन मेजरेबल सेटचे एक्झिस्टन्स दाखवलं होतं ना आपण, प्रत्येक इंटरवलमध्ये नॉन मेजरेबल सेट एक्झिस्ट करतो. त्यासाठी एक डेफिनेशन अगोदर डिफाईन केली होती आपण, सम मॉड्युलो 1. व्हॉट इज सम मॉड्युलो 1? If x and y are any two elements belonging to closed 0 and open 1, then the sum modulo 1 of x and y denoted by x plus dot y is defined as x plus dot y is equal to x plus y when it is
less than 1.
x plus y is less than 1, and which is equal to x plus y minus 1 whenever x plus y will be
Greater equal by 1.
greater equal by 1. This one is the sum modulo 1. If suppose we have to define this sum modulo 1 with any set, if suppose E be any set which is a subset of closed 0 at open 1 interval, that is the interval closed 0 open 1. If E is any subset of closed 0 and open 1, then the translation modulo 1 of E is defined by one of E is defined by or is defined as E plus y is nothing but something x plus dot y for all x belonging to E, and this value is nothing but x plus y whenever x plus y is less than 1, and which is equal to x plus y minus 1 whenever x plus y will be greater or equal by 1. And after that we have proved that there exists a non-measurable set, in interval 0 and open 1. And after that we have proved that is one remark, there exists a non-measurable set in every interval. And here our first unit will be completed. After that we have studied that second unit, which is nothing but the measurable function. What are the measurable functions? Suppose there is a function, then when we say that this corresponding function will be a measurable function?
When that function is defined on measurable set.
That is, its domain will be measurable.
Yes.
If the domain of a function will be measurable, then the function will be measurable.
That's what I remember, sir.
हाँ, डोमेन मेजरेबल तरी लागतो, परंतु ते एका कंडिशन हे नाहीये ना. जर तुम्ही मग ऑलवेज इंटरवल जर घेतला,
Statements.
yes,
We have to prove some statements, sir.
which statement?
Don't remember, sir.
सर 3-4 होते काय तर.
3-4 मध्ये एक जरी लक्षात आली तर बाकीचे सेमच होते. Less equal, greater equal, strictly less than, strictly greater than. That is,
F have measurable domain E.
F is an
Measurable domain E.
extended real valued function
Yes.
whose domain is measurable and is measurable, then the following four statements are equivalent.
For each real number C.
Following first one is nothing but for each real number C,
The set X belongs to E. F of X is greater than C.
for each real number C, the set X such that f of x
Greater than C
greater than C
is measurable.
is measurable. And next statement will be
Less
for
than
each real number C, the set X such
such
that
F
f
of
of
X
x
is less
less than C.
less than C.
Less than C is measurable. Third one,
F of X is greater than or equal to.
X such that
F of X is greater than or equal to C.
C is again measurable. And
Yes.
fourth one is nothing but
Less than or equals to.
X whenever f of x less equal by C is measurable. Now, then a function f is said to be Lebesgue measurable when a function f is said to be Lebesgue measurable if its domain is measurable. If its domain is measurable and it satisfies above four properties. असंच ना?
Any
One
one,
of
sir.
four.
And it
Any-
satisfies any one of four properties. If it satisfies any one, then obviously as they are equivalent, then it holds all the remaining three properties. Okay, so any function f is said to be Lebesgue measurable if its domain will be measurable and it satisfies at least one among these four properties. Okay, now suppose f and g are any two measurable function, then whether it's any linear combination will be again a measurable function. The f and g are any two measurable functions, then whether it's any linear combination is again a measurable.
सर मला ऍडिशन माहिती आहे, ऍडिशन असतो.
What about multiplication, subtraction, and division?
सर मल्टिप्लिकेशन पण असतो.
Now, what about subtraction and division? For that, we have to prove first whether if f is measurable, then c into f is also measurable.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. And if we take C is equal to -1,
So
then
-1, then minus f is also measurable, and from that this one we have to prove f plus minus g is also measurable. That is f minus g.
yes, sir.
करू शकतो ना असं? f and g are any two measurable functions. Then c into f plus this c, f plus g, f minus g, f into g, and F divided by G whenever G is not equal to 0 are all measurable. Okay. Now, is limit superior and limit inferior? Limit supremum of some function Fn, limit superior of Fn, that is which is also denoted by limit superior of function Fn. कसं डिफाइन केला होता याला आपण? Infimum of some n, supremum of some k greater equal by n f of k. असंच होतं का?
Yes, sir.
का असं काही आहे? आम्हाला तर आठवत नाही. तुम्ही सांगेल तेच खरं असं तर नाही ना? And limit infimum. Then what should be the limit infimum of some function fn? Which is nothing but a limit infimum of fn. हा काय असेल?
तर ते सुप्रीमम बाहेर गया, इन्फिमम आत गया.
आयडिया तशी छान आहे. Then if suppose this one be a limit supremum and this one is a limit infimum, then when we say that the limit will be exist,
When both are equal.
both are equal, then limit exist. If limit superior of function fn is equal to limit inferior of fn, then we say that limit exists. Now, what is a step function? Step function.
सर त्याचा ग्राफ स्टेप्स मध्ये येतो.
हो ते ठीक आहे, ते त्याच्या नावावरूनच कळालं की आपल्याला. पण त्याचा डोमेन कोडोमेन काही आठवते का? हे फंक्शन साय
Closed AB to R.
Closed interval AB and codomain are real number.
closed interval ab to r is called step function. Called a step function when डोमेन कोडोमेन तर माहित झालं, पण कधी म्हणणार? If there is a partition, that is equal to x0, x1, x2 to so on, xn, which is equal to b of the interval ab, that is partition of this closed interval ab such that काय होतं? प्रत्येक पार्टिशन मध्ये काय होतं? फंक्शन काय होतं? व्हेरिएबल
झिरो
काय म्हणले
सर? दोन व्हॅल्यूज येतात. प्रत्येक पार्टिशनला एकच व्हॅल्यू येते थ्रू आउट दॅट
प्रत्येक
पार्टिशन.
पार्टिशन मध्ये एक व्हॅल्यू येते ना काहीतरी कॉन्स्टंट, वेगळी. म्हणजे प्रत्येक इंटरवल मध्ये एक कॉन्स्टंट मिळेल तुम्हाला काहीतरी, सच दॅट इन एव्हरी इंटरवल xk minus 1 to xk, the function size constant. Size constant, that is size function of the type psi of x is equal to some ck for all x belonging to intervals xk minus 1 to xk whenever k running from 1 to 3 up to so on n. Okay, so this one is the step function. Now after that there is one more function, that is characteristic function. What is a characteristic function?
So त्याचे व्हॅल्यू 0 आणि 1 येते.
Yes. What is domain of the characteristic function?
Real number set, sir.
And its possible range will be 0 and 1. Let
Yes, sir.
E be any subset of R. The function chi of E, which is defined from set of real numbers to a set which contains two elements 0 and 1, defined by characteristic function E of x is equal to 1 whenever
X belongs to E.
x is a member of the set E and equal to 0 if x is not belongs to E, is called characteristic function of E. Okay. Now there are some properties of characteristic function. What should be the characteristic function of phi?
0.
Characteristic function of phi will be 0. And characteristic function of E,
1.
which is equal to 1. If suppose A is a subset of B, then what should be the relation between the characteristic function of A and characteristic function of B? A is a subset of B, then characteristic function of A and characteristic function of B.
Characteristic function of A is less than characteristic function of B.
Characteristic function of
A
B.
is less than. Yes, sir.
Okay. And what is the characteristic function of A union B?
Characteristic function of A plus B minus characteristic function of A intersection B.
Characteristic function of A plus characteristic function of B minus characteristic function of A intersection B. And if suppose A and B are disjoint,
Chi of A plus chi of B.
if A and B are disjoint, then A intersection will be phi and chi of phi will be equal to 0. Then
Yes.
A and B are disjoint, then characteristic function of A union B is nothing but characteristic function of A plus characteristic function of B. Now, what is the characteristic function of A intersection B?
Chi of A into chi of B.
That is characteristic function of A into characteristic function of B. And now, characteristic function of A complement is
1 minus characteristic.
1 minus characteristic function of E. Now if an be a sequence of disjoint sets, then characteristic function of union over n running from 1 to infinity an is nothing but
Summation. Characteristic function.
summation n running from 1 to infinity characteristic function of an. Now whether each characteristic function is a measurable, whether characteristic functions are always measurable.
Sir, it depends on what A.
It depends on the measurability of a characteristic function. Chi of A is measurable if A is measurable. Chi of A is measurable if A is measurable. If suppose A is not measurable, then chi of A is not measurable. If and only if आहे statement का फक्त if आहे.
If and only.
म्हणजे दोन्ही होतं. कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक फंक्शन ऑफ ए जर मेजरेबल असेल तर ए मेजरेबलच असतो. आणखीन जर ए मेजरेबल असेल तर त्याचं करस्पॉन्डिंग कॅरेक्टरिस्टिक फंक्शन हा मेजरेबल असतो. ठीक आहे. ना व्हॉट इज अ सिंपल फंक्शन? A function phi is said to be simple function. Is said to be simple function when कधी असतो simple function?
When phi is measurable and assumes only finite number of values.
Yes, if phi is measurable and assumes only finite number of values. Okay. Now, what is the almost everywhere property? Almost everywhere property is nothing but
सर ते फंक्शन एका सेटला सोडून बाकी सगळीकडे मेजरेबल असतो असं काय तर होतं सर.
जर एखाद्या ठिकाणी मेजरेबल नसेल तर काय म्हटलं एका ठिकाणी नसतो.
येस सर.
आणि बाकीच्या सगळ्या ठिकाणी असतो. पण जिथं नसतो तिथं काय असतो मग? ठीक आहे, अर्धी स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट आहे तुमची. एखादी प्रॉपर्टी ऑलमोस्ट एव्हरीवर कधी असते? काही पॉईंट मिळतात जिथे ती होल्ड होत नाही, आणखीन बाकीच्या ठिकाणी सगळीकडे ती होल्ड होती. पण जिथे होल्ड होत नाही तिथं काहीतरी कंडिशन असेल ना, कारण त्याचं काही इफेक्ट पडत नाही तुमच्या इंटिग्रेबिलिटीवर.
The set of points where it fails to hold is a set of measure 0.
इज ऑफ मेजर 0. म्हणजे जिथे जिथे ती प्रॉपर्टी होल्ड होत नाही त्याचा मेजर जर तुम्ही फाइंड आउट केला तर त्याचा मेजर 0 येतो. म्हणजे त्याचा तुमचा इफेक्ट पडत नाही काही तुमच्या याच्यावर. ठीक आहे. सो ए प्रॉपर्टी इज सेड टू होल्ड ऑलमोस्ट एव्हरीवेअर if there is a set of points points where it fails to hold is of measure 0. जिथे होल्ड होती तिथे काहीच प्रॉब्लेम नाही, पण जिथे होत नाही त्या पॉईंटचा कलेक्शन जर केला तर त्या पॉईंटचा कलेक्शनचा मेजर जो काही सेट फॉर्म होईल त्याचा मेजर जर तुम्ही फाइंड आउट केला तर तो 0 होईल. तशा प्रॉपर्टीला काय म्हणणार? ऑलमोस्ट एव्हरी प्रॉपर्टी. ओके, नाव वेदर एव्हरी स्टेप फंक्शन इज अ सिंपल फंक्शन. For that, we have to check just only whether every step function is a measurable. Since the second condition, that is only assume the finite number of values will be obviously true in the step function. Since step function is nothing but psi of x will be equal to CK for all x belonging to partition, that is partition of that interval, closed interval AB, and it will be a finite. Therefore, every step function assumes only finite number of values. So here we have to just check whether every step function is measurable. If it will be a measurable, then every step function will be a simple function. कळतंय ना? प्रत्येक स्टेप फंक्शन हा सिंपल फंक्शन आहे का नाही चेक करायचं आहे. प्रत्येक सिंपल फंक्शनची डेफिनेशन काय? एखादा फंक्शन फाय हा कधी सिंपल फंक्शन होतो जर तो मेजरेबल असेल, आणखीन तो जर फायनाइट नंबर ऑफ व्हॅल्यूज जर अज्युम करत असेल तर तो करस्पॉन्डिंग फंक्शन हा सिंपल फंक्शन असेल. स्टेप फंक्शन मध्ये काय? हा आपण त्याचं पार्टिशन करणार आहे फायनाइट इंटरवल मध्ये आणि प्रत्येक इंटरवल साठी हा एक कॉन्स्टंट देतो. याचा अर्थ हा फायनाइटच व्हॅल्यू देणार आहे तुम्हाला काय दिला. म्हणजे सिंपल फंक्शनची सेकंड कंडिशन तुमच्याकडे ऑब्विसली ट्रू आहे. फक्त तुम्हाला चेक काय करायचं आहे? स्टेप फंक्शन हा मेजरेबल आहे का. जर स्टेप फंक्शन मेजरेबल असेल तर प्रत्येक स्टेप फंक्शन हा सिंपल फंक्शन होईल. either each step function is a measurable. आवाज येते ना माझं?
येस
Yes,
सर.
sir.
स्टेप फंक्शन काय आहे तुमचा? कॉन्स्टंट देते ना व्हॅल्यू. प्रत्येक कॉन्स्टंट फंक्शन मेजरेबल असतो का?
Yes, sir.
नक्की ना?
हो sir.
Every constant function is measurable, which implies step function is measurable. Then every step function is measurable and it assumes only the finite number of values, which implies step function is a simple function.
येस सर.
Give one example of step function. Whether Dirichlet function is a step function. That is the function which is defined of this type. F of x equal to 1 whenever x is belonging to Q complement and equal to 0 whenever x belonging to Q. Whether this function is a step function, that is function defined from R2 0 1. Either this will be a step function. Or this one is a Dirichlet function or signum function. Which is nothing but f of x is equal to 1 whenever x is greater equal by 0, equal to 0 whenever x equal to 0 and equal to minus 1 whenever x is less than 0, and a function f which is defined from R2 1 0 minus 1 or minus 1 0 1. So whether these functions are step functions, this one is the Dirichlet. Dirichlet फंक्शन तर लक्षात आहे ना तुमच्या? का फंक्शनच लक्षात नाही? असं कुठं पाहिलं होतं तुम्ही हा फंक्शन?
Sir, -1 interval.
-1 आणखी 1 असेल तरच डिफाईन होतं का? का काही करू शकतो ना तुम्ही? गरजेचं नाहीये ना -1 आणखी 1च असायला पाहिजे. -1 आणखी 1 तुमचा घेतला असेल, कुठं घेतला असेल? ठेंगे मॅडमनी बहुतेक रिअल 1 मध्ये घेतला असेल, हो ना? काही डिफाईन करा हो. -1 1च पाहिजे किंवा 1 -1च पाहिजे असं काही नाही. Now whether this function will be a step function. चेक करा, चेक करून सांगा मला नेक्स्ट लेक्चरला हे फंक्शन स्टेप फंक्शन आहेत का, डिरिचलेट फंक्शन आणखी सिग्नम फंक्शन.